Hello again, Your Honor. Let's have court part 48, I guess. There was another subject I was going to talk about that was meant to be Let's have court 47 or 48 that I wrote like 2 weeks ago. But some other things keep coming up, Your Honor. I keep coming to realizations. Here's one of them. Google, YouTube, the adjudicated criminal Google is attempting to use the Pizzagate thing against me. Maybe they think I'm a proponent of it. Maybe the team in charge of me didn't watch the videos. I don't know. And they just ran with this argument. And I'm going to get into more detail about the flaws in that argument and way more detail, Your Honor, in another video, but not this one. I have something else to say. They're going to attempt to use that against me, okay? That's what they're basing this current argument on, when we all know they're just doing the mob's work, like they always have been. So they're going to use that argument. And again, Your Honor, I'll get into more detail in another video about my rebuttal to that argument. But here's just one point that I forgot to add to my main rebuttal, Your Honor. As far as Pizzagate goes, and those types of theories and claims and allegations against very famous and powerful people, I mean, for decades now, there's been a lot of accusing from one side of the political spectrum others of very serious crimes against minors. This has been allowed to propagate on so many websites for decades. I've been debunking it since 2015 when I got on social media. Everyone knows this. Witnesses know this. Anyway, Your Honor, that's not the point. I'll get into that later in another video. The point is, they allowed people, Google, YouTube, allowed people to make livings off of Pizzagate, really good livings. People like Alex Jones, and it wasn't till the Sandy Hook lawsuits started coming in that they decided to get rid of him, and other platforms have brought him back. So, if they're going to try and use anything Pizzagate related against me in that kind of way, what do they have to say? What argument do they have for the fact that because it made them money, Google and YouTube, via these creators that propagated this bullshit Russian op shit, Your Honor, that's been going on been hurled around for decades by one side of the political spectrum. They allowed people to make fortunes off of these lies, that they're now going to try and use against me, unless they're talking about my other theories. But I'll get to that again, Your Honor, in another video. They allowed Jones, because it made them money, to rake in millions for years on the Pizzagate bullshit. And it wasn't until it started losing steam, the public started getting tired of it. And everyone knew it was bullshit. Everyone that has critical thinking skills anyway. So the website saw public opinion. All of a sudden, we got to get rid of anything that says Pizzagate or anyone that propagates or pushes that. Because the public's mad about it. They're tired of it. Lawsuits, etc. Yet they allowed it while the motherfuckers were making money. The creators, Alex Jones, etc. All the people of his ilk that owe $1 billion for defamation, that they allowed to lie for years, Your Honor. And they're going to try and use this against me now. That's rather ironic that the adjudicated criminal Google would try that, don't you think? Because they've made millions off of Pizzagate. and allowing these theories to propagate. Do you know how many channels, Your Honor, I had to stop watching because they jumped on the Pizzagate bandwagon, because people saw it made money. That's simple. I could have jumped on that grift too, but I didn't, because I'm not a fucking grifter. I don't do shit like that just because it's out there. I'm the one guy on the internet that was saying what he was saying. I'm the one guy they came after. Do you get my drift? Hard they came after. I'll get into that. I'm not done with this yet. Your Honor, they made millions, if not billions, off of Pizzagate, and now they're going to dare, now in the waning throes of Pizzagate and that whole thing, they're going to try and use it against me to get rid of my third channel. It's rather ironic, wouldn't you say, the adjudicated criminal Google would do that? Yet they label me all kind of things. Scammer. No, this is what scamming is. Let me explain what an example of a scam would be, a type of scam. You build a whole website on stolen copyrighted material, and it gets thrown up so fast that the owners of the copyright can't get it all taken down fast enough. Therefore, the website grows exponentially because people can see copyrighted work for free. When you build a website that way, that's a scam, son. That's stolen property. And everybody knows it. And everybody knows, what that website would be doing if they were to do that. Why they were doing it. How they build it. Why the platform is so big now. I've listened to copyright owners complain about how much stuff there is on this theoretical website I'm talking about of theirs that they don't want on there. I've listened to them straight up out in the public say it, so I know YouTube and Google know about it. They know about everything I say too. They can't ever pretend, oh, we didn't know he had a problem with that. You watched every word I said, son. All parties concerned have. You're still watching. I was wondering if I still had the magic, Your Honor. I still got it. Because all the froggies leapt, man. For the homeless joke who gets 100 views a vid because they censored him utterly. Did the mob's work for them. This adjudicated criminal Google. Again, very similar to their antitrust violations. What they did to me. Very similar type thing. Probably has relevance to my case, wouldn't you say, Your Honor? I think it would. I think I could get that included. Anyway, because, it's relevant, Your Honor. Anyway, so they made millions, billions off of Pizzagate until, the public said, yeah, we don't want Pizzagate anymore. Yeah, we're not into that anymore. We're hip to the scam. We're hip to the scheme. Again, Your Honor, I had to stop watching so many YouTube. It was so disappointing watching channel after channel after channel jump on this bandwagon. That's when I had to leave a lot of people behind. And this website kind of became useless. Honestly, it was a shame. But they made their money on it, Your Honor. Now they want to try and use it against me after they've made their millions and billions, after they stifled my career opportunity intentionally with malice, Your Honor. Irony. The adjudicated criminal should look up or Google the word irony. Anyway, Your Honor, as far as theories and all that, listen, man, they tried to kill me, Your Honor. Do they do that when you're lying? When you're a homeless joke, meth head, liar, not to be taken seriously? Do they send men after you and then send 2 more men in the form of FBI agents or fake agents? I don't know. I have a witness to it. They can testify to it. Doesn't matter to me. They were thugs for millionaires regardless, and their intent and the way they acted was to try and intimidate a young woman on behalf of the mob. The FBI did that. That's if they were real, because they had credentials and jackets. Did a whole video on it at the time, Your Honor. That will help with dates, those old videos that I still have. Because it's been a while. And you want to get those dates right. You know, when thugs show up and when the FBI shows up because a mob family, you know, makes all that happen. Anyway, Your Honor, the reason I say that they tried to kill me is because, again, I'm coming to realizations now that I'm not in the midst of it. Now, back at the time, I said to my people, I said on camera that, oh, they probably just wanted to threaten me and wave a gun in my face, as if that's no big deal. Again, Your Honor, there was this whirlwind going around. You don't understand what the atmosphere was like. Everyone was scared to have their name associated. Everyone was scared of these people for some reason, Your Honor. I don't know why, because I didn't know they existed before Mr. Cornell died. Everyone was already scared. It was palpable. You could feel it. Why? I wonder. Anyway, so that's how I presented it to my audience, Your Honor. Forgive me, I've partaken. I presented it as, oh, no, they probably just wanted to threaten me and wave a gun in my face. Your Honor, here's the flaw in that theory. My own theory back then. Now that I'm looking at it from a different perspective and from all angles. And when I do look at it, Your Honor, I say to myself, don't exaggerate it. Don't add to it. What happened? I've explained that to you. And now that I've looked at it again, what happened? So these men, again, one of them showed me their face and I saw their car. So does anyone logically believe or logically think all they were there to do is wave a gun and make a threat? If they did that, if I was stupid and I walked over because they yelled for my attention about 73 times within a 20-foot span, that told me all I needed to know. And, you know, the final line when he's like, yeah, we want to talk to you. Yeah, that told me, yeah, they want to talk to me specifically. They came here to talk to me. It's obvious. The desperation, the urgency, Your Honor. Things like that told me all I needed to know. Everything was out of place. Everything was wrong. So if I would have went over there and their only intention was to wave a gun and threaten, I would have had that guy's face. I would have, you know, seen him very closely. Maybe I would have seen the other person that was in the car. I would have got a way better, closer look at their car. Even though I was only 10 feet away from it initially before they decided to drive to the back and yell the entire way to get me to go back there. Obviously, what they were trying to do, and they were on a clock. Obviously. So, again, if that's all they were there to do, I would have a great description. I could have called the police on a cell phone within seconds of that happening. Do you really think they would come down here, risk all that, risk going to prison? I could have gave a perfect description of their car, their license plate, anything. Cops would have been on them in, 10 minutes. Do you think they would risk that? Anyone out there watching this? I did not take this seriously enough at the time, man. Even though I screamed and raved about it. And let everybody know what would happen if they came again. Yeah, they wouldn't have let that no, two thugs for the mob ain't gonna let me see them that closely, see their car, see their plate for a threat. They could end up in prison really quick. My uncle is a police officer in that town. I said that back then. That's the truth. In that specific town, I have an uncle that's a police officer. And believe me, several parties were made aware of what that person looks like and the car they were driving. Back then. Not just authorities. People I needed to let know. Let's put it that way. So I'm certain at this point, and I don't care who believes me. You didn't live it, son. I did. And I'm not exaggerating a damn bit of it. Again, on the Bible, on the Lord Jesus Christ, and that's the most serious thing a human can say, in my opinion. I don't care who takes it seriously. I fucking take it seriously, man. I am certain what those people were there to do that day. The urgency alone tells me all I need to know. The amount of vocalization tells me all I need to know. Where they chose to talk tells me all. They could not be seen even by my girlfriend, Your Honor. And they didn't come there so I could get a perfect description of them and their license plate to turn into the police and make connections. Oh no, Your Honor. They came there to eliminate me. I am certain of that now. And it took all this for me to be certain of two things. What happened to my man? My main man? The man who taught me to sing? And what was going to happen to me that day? And I wonder what other parties that aren't around anymore might have been looking into. I really wonder about that. Because if they were willing to go those lengths for me, man, that says something. So that's how I'm certain, Your Honor. Two thugs aren't going to come down to another state, wherever they're from, I don't know, in their really expensive car, so I could get a perfect description of them to just pass on to the police, to prove every damn thing I'm saying on camera. Yeah, that wasn't the intention, Your Honor. And no one should logically believe that was the intention. The intention was to eliminate me. And that's the realization I've come to recently. I'm not just saying it because I'm going to sue people. It's an actual realization. Again, this isn't about lawsuits. This is about documenting everything. And I don't have to worry about anyone deleting it because I'm saving everything. I didn't have the ability before. Now I have this wonderful piece of equipment that can do so many things so fast and store so much. And it's kind of a miracle, actually. Wish I would have had it a few years ago. Anyway, Your Honor, that's how I'm certain what those men came there for that day. That is life and death serious. And I'm not just saying that to impress people or again because I'm going to sue people in court. I'm thinking back. It took these entities to start harassing me again, censoring me again, following me. They never stopped following me. In any capacity. I guarantee they know right where I am right now. I guarantee it. They sent men to kill me. Of course they know exactly where. Of course they've been watching my every move. I have no idea where they are, nor do I care. I don't even want to be on the same planet as them. They almost made that a reality for me. And this website has participated in all of that, enabling stalking, harassment, terrorization, doing these people's work that sent men after me twice. Here's the other thing, Your Honor. Here's the thing they always do, which I'll prove in court. Multiple ways. They create the story and then blame the person when they react to it. That's the point. They're publicists. That's their family. That's what they do. That's the religion. So they send two thugs to come kill me. They weren't there so I could get a good description of them and send it to the police and their plate. So they obviously had a remedy for that. That was me gone. So they create that situation. Then when I flip about it on camera and let everyone know if anyone tries that again while my girl is around, it's not going to go so well. Once that happened, then it's shortly after that, I don't remember how many days, a month, whatever, all of a sudden the FBI is showing up at my, last known address. And I guarantee that was the excuse used. Me yelling on camera about these two men they sent, Your Honor, to come get rid of me. Then they pass that on to the authorities. Meanwhile, the authorities should be looking into the people that sent thugs to kill me. Inverse reality. What's it called? Twilight Zone, Your Honor. I don't care what I was yelling on camera. It has nothing to do with sending men after someone to kill them or God knows what. I know they weren't there to let me get that perfect description of them because I saw the one dude pretty close up. No, they were on a clock, Your Honor. They saw me come out alone. They rushed to, that's why they yelled 73. That's why the guy looked so desperate, sounded so desperate to talk to me. He was on a clock. Because they couldn't let anyone see them. Not even my girlfriend. If they were just there for threats and to let people see them, they would, they just would have approached right when I got there, right? No, that wasn't the plan. They saw I came out alone. Oh shit, we're on the clock. Got about a minute before someone walks out of the store. Let's do this. We got to get him back there. We can't do it in the front of the store. Where we started yelling at him, where he is. No, we need him back here, where no one can see. We're on a clock. My point is they create the situation, then when the person reacts to it, all of a sudden, let's call law enforcement. He's dangerous. No, I'm not the dangerous one. I didn't send people after anyone to kill them. No. And I ain't this website censoring the guy that it happened to. They're the dangerous ones, Your Honor. Wouldn't you say? I would. Another example, they interjected one of their family members into one of their lawsuits by using their social media account. I don't know if it's the actual family member or a different one because we've proven they switch off and they write in different, completely different grammatical styles. It's insane. And then when the people, after one of the family members attacked one of the people they were suing, and some people online jumped on, the family member, hey, why are you attacking this guy, blah, 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 now it's, oh, you're coming after our family. They created the situation for publicity so they could say that because they had a lawsuit, which they were about to lose. So they settled. And Soundgarden's still fucked. They still can't do what they want to do. You can't make deals with these people, guys. I keep trying to tell everyone that. Everyone tries to play nice. They get burnt. They try and play nice again. You can't do it with these people. That's why your album ain't out yet. And how many years has it been? 7, 8? You can't do that. You can't play nice with these people. It doesn't work, and you're learning that lesson the hard way, guys. I know you need her for the album. I know, but she's gonna keep fucking you over anyway. That's beside the point, Your Honor. What I'm trying to say is, they create these situations, and I have many more examples. Again, Your Honor, what are the odds? Your Honor, in 2015, 2016, I started talking about a certain orange person. In 2017, I started talking about a second person that was famous and funny. Neither of them have been attacked. And you know, this is for everyone here. Their entire life, never been physically attacked. In the span of 2 days or 3 days, both of them, one of them has an assassination attempt, the Orange Man. The other one gets robbed and assaulted within 2 or 3 days. It's astounding, the connection. And Your Honor, there's also another connection, very interesting coincidence that I just noticed today. Someone put out the information that a certain congressman was looking into the body of the gunman who attempted to assassinate an ex-president. And the body had been released after 10 days for cremation. It's funny. Chris Cornell's body was cremated 10 days after his death. I don't know. It's just a fascinating coincidence. I mean, you people out there, you do with what you want with that. Do with that what you will. I'm not telling you to go in any direction. All I know is, again, within 2 or 3 days, they both get assaulted, but one gets almost assassinated. Never happened before. And he was president. And the other one gets assaulted and robbed. Never happened before. Within 2 or 3 days. Your Honor, isn't that fascinating? I find it totally fascinating. And again, that gunman, when the one congressman went to investigate the body, the gunman, body was gone and had been released for cremation on the 10th day. And interestingly enough, Chris Cornell cremated after 10. And Your Honor, I want you to remember a certain comment that was put on my channel at the very beginning. Once Mr. Cornell died. And the comment went like something like this, because I'll never forget it. You've heard it before. I think I've said it once or twice. The body is ash. All you people can do is play Scooby-Doo. Okay, that's a comment some human being somewhere made about this death. I found it very strange at the time, and I always will, because it felt like to me when I read that, and maybe that was the intent, I don't know, Your Honor. It felt like to me that someone had gotten away with something and they were laughing at us about it. That's heavy, man, isn't it, Your Honor? I had just started out. I had just gained a little traction. I didn't have 1 million followers. Why did I have a troll campaign deployed against me? And why did they say things like, the body is ash and all you people can do is play Scooby-Doo? Why would someone say that? And I'm not saying who that was. I don't know who it was. I'm just saying, Your Honor, it sure sounds as if someone is mocking the death and also saying, I got away with it or something, or they got away with it. You know what I mean? It felt like to me when I first read this, it feels like the devil laughing because he got away with something. And all we can do is play Scooby-Doo. But here's the thing, guys. Here's another realization I've come to. Do you understand, Your Honor, and those 3 people watching that are other than lawyers? What I achieved here I was an unknown person on the street for a minute. But a lot of you out there, and I personally wanted to know what happened to this man. And after 4 or 5 years of talking about it on camera and dealing with all the, the thugs, the FBI, the fucking trolling campaign, the censorship, just all of it, the backstabbers, the stalkers, the crazy people, the liars, the adjudicated criminals. After all of that, I still had some doubts. Like, could I be wrong? I don't know. Not sure. But recently, things that have been happening recently made me come to the realization that I know what happened to him now. What I'm trying to say, Your Honor, and also that event with the thugs, I am certain of it now, what the goal was. Because they were on a clock, and I felt it, and that's one of the things that was off. Their desperation, their urgency. I am certain about both of those things now, and no one's ever going to change my mind. And that's because of all these people's actions. But my point, Your Honor, again, that what I'm trying to say so I can get out of here, I don't want to waste any more of your time, is I wasn't certain, and now I am. And it comes down to the fact that I'm not a threat, and it's just ridiculous that Pedogate, Pizzagate's being used against me when I've debunked it, and they've made millions. And I'm sorry, I wanted to make a final point, and I can't remember now. It's been so... I guess where I'm trying to end it is... Oh, here's where I was going. My apologies. This nobody guy, Your Honor, put his ass on the line out there and found out what actually happened. You don't see shit like this again unless it's in like a movie or something. These types of things are rare. They, yeah, there's a lot of bad things going on in the world, but not all of it gets investigated or looked into seriously. This could have gone either way when I stuck my rear end out there as bait. Well, it went the way they convinced me of what happened. I wish they would have convinced me otherwise. I wish I would have been wrong. But I'm not. And I realize that now. And my main point, Your Honor, is I went from some random person that has no connection to these people. I weaved a path somehow and actually figured out what happened. Do you understand the gravity of that? I wasn't a police officer, some detective, some authoritative body. I was a nobody. Straight off the street. That figured all this out. By living it. By investigating it in any fucking way I could. And if they wouldn't have sent people to kill me, if they wouldn't have then used that event to fucking send the FBI to my last known address, I'd still be doubting, I guess. If I didn't get shut down everywhere I go that I talk about those people, I wouldn't have anything to say, would I? I'd have a lot of doubt there. But again, you weren't standing there as two men were creeping by in a car, yelling, Poppy, Poppy, hey, you, yeah, you. Follow the leader. Just follow me back here. Yeah, you, we want to talk to you. Urgently. We're on a clock because we can't be seen. Wasn't you standing there? That's why it's probably difficult for you to believe it. I was standing there. And no one will convince me otherwise now that I've really thought about it and looked at it. Yeah, it's obvious what they were there for. There's no fucking question. They weren't just asking directions, son. And they weren't looking for a bag of weed either or something. No. No, they came there for me. They saw I came out the store. They wanted me in the back to talk. And no one would ever saw me again. Because I would have been dead. Did the FBI give a flying fuck about that? Did they question those people? Did they say, hey, did you send thugs after them? Or after him? Before we go knocking on doors? Because we see you were in the restaurant and fur business, and you didn't want the IRS to look into you. You fought it in court. You didn't want them to monitor your business or be there at all. You fought it in court. Anyway, my point is, Your Honor, and to everyone out there, do you realize what took place? What I achieved? I didn't do it all by myself, but I was the motherfucker out there. I was the motherfucker that risked everything, and I mean everything, including his own life. They tried to kill me. That's not a joke, son. That's not an exaggeration. Now I know why everyone was scared. Now I don't blame everyone for wanting to keep your name out and being petrified. But guess who wasn't petrified? Me. And I don't have millions of dollars. I don't have money to hire guys with machine guns to protect me. And no one, not a motherfucking soul got my back. Your Honor, not a motherfucking soul. Just me. And that's all that was standing there when the killers came. I figured it out, though. That's the point here at the end. A nobody from nowhere dove into this shit and figured it out. The evidence of everything I've ever said is two men sent to kill me and the FBI showing up at my house. We know how these people operate. We know they create the drama when you react to it. Look how mean they're being to us. We're the victims. Your Honor, don't worry. I'll show you via court documents what the victims are really like, okay? Via their own lies and other lives they've tried to ruin. And I really wonder what a certain individual was looking into when he passed away. I won't say his name right now, though. You all know who it is. Unbelievable, man. This website just helping these people that tried to kill me. Tried to get me arrested by the FBI for nothing. These people here on this web worked hand in hand with these people. God knows what kind of charges that can rack up. I don't even know. Who knows? Don't worry, I'll figure it out, though. And again, it doesn't matter if these videos are on here. This is a record I'm making, partially for me, partially for you, and partially as a process to remember, to be in it. Understand the gravity of what happened. It's a big deal. This wasn't an ordinary thing that happens every day. A lot of you people watched every minute of it. You should realize what you were part of, what you saw, what you know now to be certain truth. Anyway, have a good day, Your Honor. I'll see you again.